Good evening. Happy Monday. Welcome to Hatha Yoga. I hope you're well. Hope you've had a nice day. Hope you've got out in the sunshine, because we have had some nice sunshine in between heavy snow showers. But here we are, Monday, 8 o'clock, Hatha Yoga. Hi Jill, hi Linda, welcome. Hi Cindy. Great to have you all here. I've had a request for yoga for lower back ache. Lower back aches tend to stem from sitting too much, shortening of the hip flexors, shortening of the hamstrings, also tight glutes, tight hip flexors, tight hamstrings. And we did quite a lot on hamstrings last week, so we're not really going to do a lot of hamstrings, but we're going to do a few twists, some folds, and just try and stretch out any tension that might be held in the lower back. Hopefully it'll help you. Even if you don't have a bad lower back, it's always nice to try and stretch out the hip flexors and try and twist through the spine, just to release anything that might be lingering. But certainly in the winter and in lockdown, we all tend to sit a little bit more than we might normally, so it'll be a good one to get moving. Okay, right, what time are we on? Okay, we will get started. So I hope everyone's fit and well and you're all raring to go. Okay, we're going to start down on the mat. Lay on your back, coming into corpse pose. So you want feet at hip distance apart. You're going to lay yourself nice and flat. Just lengthen through your spine so that your lower back is lifted up off the mat, so it's in its natural curve. You're going to let the feet flop out to the sides. You're going to bring the shoulder blades onto the mat, palms facing upwards, lengthen through the back of your neck, tuck your chin under. Just give your body a little wiggle, just get everything comfortable and settled. You're then going to take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, you're going to let the muscles relax and just focus on your breathing. Long inhales and long exhales. Just trying with each breath to just relax the muscles, release any tension. Just notice how your body feels at the moment. Notice if you do have any aches or pains. And we're going to inhale. We're going to take the arms up overhead, stretching nice and long from fingertips to toes. Really stretch. Pull the belly button in, squeeze your thighs, squeeze your bum. Just holding it there for a few breaths. And then on your next exhale, you're going to bring the arms round to the sides and come back to your start position. Take a breath there. And then again, inhale, reach up high. And exhale, stretching the arms round like you're making angels in the snow, which you might have done today. Keep that going, lengthen through all the way from fingertips to toes, pointing your toes, pulling the belly button in, and then exhale around to the sides. You're going to do one more, and then when you get back to your corpse pose, you're going to bring the knees up and take hold of your knees or the backs of your knees, your thighs, and just rock gently from side to side. So now we're pulling those knees into the chest and just stretching out the lower back. So your lower back will come to the floor now, and as you rock from side to side, you'll feel a little massage on the floor. We're going to inhale, pull the knees in nice and tightly, and then as you exhale, release one leg down. Point the toe of your straight leg, flex the foot of your bent leg, and let that knee come in as close to your chest as you can. Inhale, both knees in together, and exhale, release the other leg down. Again, inhale together, and then at your pace, you're just alternating legs, so stretching out. Really try and pull those knees in. One more on each side. And then bring both knees in. And again, just hugging the knees in, massaging as you rock gently from side to side. You might notice that your knees are coming a little bit closer into your body now, just as we've warmed up those hip flexors. We're going to roll up. We're going to come to a seated position. Cross-legged if it's comfortable, if not, just knees bent. We're going to inhale, reach up nice and high. And as we exhale, we're going to just walk the fingertips forward, let the spine curve, let the head come down. Nice deep breath here. We're going to think, if you've got your legs crossed, I'd like you to just think about pushing your knees out. We're going to inhale, reach up. And exhale again, walk the fingertips out, folding forwards. Inhale, reach up. One more, exhale. Letting the head come down, letting the hands come down. Inhale, reach up nice and high. And then exhale, bring the hands behind, plant the palms down, just lift the chest. Again, thinking about opening the knees, looking up, opening out that chest, squeezing the shoulder blades together. We're going to inhale, bring the hands forward, and as you exhale, drop the chin. Inhale, lift the chest, open the hands, and exhale, forward, dropping the chin under, rounding out the shoulders. One more, inhale, open, and exhale, rounding out. I'm going to come onto all fours now. So we're going to bring hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Press the mat away so we're nice and active. We're going to start with a cat-cow breath. So inhale, arching the back, dropping the belly. And as you exhale, round out the spine. Inhale, dropping the belly. Round out the spine. Work to your breath rather than mine. Just keeping it going. As you round out, coming into your cat pose, really try and squeeze the bum, pull the belly button in, tuck that bum under. We're really trying to work that spine. going to do one more. And then we're going to bring the toes down and we're going to sit back into a child's pose. So walk the hands out in front of you. We're going to lengthen, walking the fingers out as far as you can. Your heels sat, bum sat on your heels. Inhale, lengthen the torso. Exhale, bring the forehead down. Just breathing deeply. You're going to press the hands into the floor. And you're trying to fight between your hands and your bum. And you're trying to lengthen that torso as long as possible, really lengthening the spine. Breathing deeply, don't hold your breath. We're going to walk, as you inhale, walk the hands over to the right, keeping the knees pointing forwards. And then exhale. Feeling that stretch down the left side, but again trying to walk the hands out as far as possible. Nice deep breaths. I'm going to inhale, walk the hands to centre, lengthen the torso, and exhale. Bring the forehead down. So this should be a really active pose at the moment. We're not resting in child's pose, we're working to lengthen the torso, lengthen the spine. And then we're going to inhale, walk the hands over to the left. And exhale, forehead down. Keeping the knees pointing forwards. Keep fighting those hips back onto the heels as you walk the fingertips as far forward as you can. You should feel that down the right side. We're going to inhale, come into centre. We're going to lift up onto all fours, walk the hands out in front, coming onto the fingertips. You're going to inhale, pull the belly button in, lengthen, and then drop the chest down, coming into melting heart. So the hips are high, and you're looking forward if that's possible. If it puts tension on the neck, just bring the forehead down. We're trying to keep that upper body nice and active. Breathe deeply. And then we're going to bring the hands in and just sit back into a relaxed child's pose now. So hands, fingertips either side of your temples, or take your hands towards your feet. Just resting the forehead down or bringing the forehead to your fists. Letting that body relax. It really works that upper body. Really woken up the spine. Hopefully just by moving should get that lower back stretching out. Okay, we're going to come onto all fours. We're going to tuck the toes under and we're going to come into puppy dog and then downward facing dog. So spread the fingers, plant the palms, tuck the toes under. Pressing the mat away, we're going to inhale. And as you exhale, lift up. Readjust yourself, so if you need to take your hands a little bit wider or you need to move your feet back a little bit, just adjust yourself so you're getting into that position and it's comfortable. The knees are going to stay bent. We're relaxing the head and the chest is coming towards the thighs. Nice deep breath, roll the shoulders. So imagine you're trying to bring those elbows together. Nice deep breaths. And then we're going to just step the feet back slightly and drop each heel in turn. So you're really feeling that stretch down the back of the leg. And then we're going to
come back to the toes, bring the knees bent, and then inhale, lower the knees and sit back again into child's pose, just resting there. Come back. We're going to do that again. So spread the fingers, plant the palms, tuck the toes under. We're going to inhale, press the mat away, and as you exhale, lift up, coming into a puppy dog, so knees are bent. Nice deep breath, relax your neck, pressing the chest towards your thighs, squeezing the bum, pulling the belly button in. We're going to inhale, just dropping the feet back slightly and just pedal through those heels. Dropping one at a time down. And then drop both heels down, straighten the legs and plant that chest towards your thighs. If your back starts to round, then keep the knees bent. We want to keep that spine nice and flat. Rolling the shoulders. We're going to inhale, come onto the toes, bend the knees, and then sit down again into child's pose, bringing those fingertips to your temples. Just resting there. That upper body should really be warm now. We're going to come into thread the needle next. So we're going to come onto all fours. We're going to take the right arm out. Inhale, lift the arm as high as we can, trying to twist that torso, opening up the upper back. And then as you exhale, we're going to thread it through behind the left hand, bringing the temple down and that shoulder down. Imagine someone's pulling the right hand underneath you. You're going to walk the left hand out in front of you. Your hips are high. We're going to breathe nice and deeply. So this really stretches out the upper back, but also because you're stretching underneath and opening the shoulders, your lower back will be getting a stretch too. We're trying to keep the hips level, so don't let the hips knock over to the left. We're trying to keep them nice and level. You can relax the belly. Just breathing deeply. The more you press that left hand into the floor, the more active stretch under the armpits you're getting. Stretches out the chest. You're going to inhale, walk the hand in, and then lift up to all fours. Take the knees wide and sit back into child's pose. Letting the torso relax. So having the knees wide gives you a little bit more space to let that torso relax, so it releases tension in the lower back. We're going to inhale, come up. Knees under hips again. We're going to come to the left side, so take the left arm up, reach as high as you can, and as you exhale, we're bringing that hand under, bringing the shoulder down and the left temple. Imagine someone's got hold of the left hand and they're pulling you underneath, really trying to twist. Walk the right hand out, pressing the palm down. And then if the hips have sunk over to the right, you're going to straighten the hips up. Really working on that twist. Nice deep breaths. Pressing the right hand into the floor. Feeling the stretch under the armpit. Using your breath, using your each exhale to try and relax that body. We're going to inhale, bring the right hand in, lifting up, knees wide again, and sit back into child's pose. To all fours. We're going to keep the knees wide and bring the feet directly behind. We're going to inhale, and then as you exhale, just let the hips drop forward. So it's sort of a frog pose. You can flex the feet out if you want to. You might find that it puts pressure on the knees, so you can keep the toes pointed. We're going to inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to bring the elbows down, keeping the hips nice and high. You're going to try and just take those knees a little bit wider. So you'll feel the inner thighs really working. If you've got knobbly knees or you're on a hard floor, you might really struggle with this. So don't do anything that's painful. From there, we're going to inhale, and as we exhale, bring the chest down. So you're really opening the front of your hips. If you are struggling, you can bring the toes in and just sit in a really wide child's pose. Nice deep breaths. You really want to feel the front of the pelvis working. Really stretching out. We're going to bring the hands in, and we're going to bring the foot to the front. So we're going to sit with your left foot at 90 degrees in front of you and your right leg at 90 degrees behind you. So we're going to come into a modified pigeon pose. We're going to turn torso over your front knee. So what you're looking for is your left shin is parallel to the edge of your mat, and your left thigh runs down the side of the mat. Same with your back leg, they're parallel. So you've got swastika knees. I call them Nazi knees, which is not very yogi, but it's the swastika. So we're going to turn the torso right over that front leg. We're going to inhale, lengthen the torso, and then as we exhale, we're going to come forward. So you're just bringing that torso, so your knee should be right in the centre of your chest. And you're going to slowly lower as your hips relax and as your glutes relax. You're going to just slowly lower down. And you should feel a stretch down. You should feel a stretch in that left glute. A little bit gentler on the knees than pigeon pose, but it does move the stretch quite a bit, so you do feel it a lot more in your glute than you do in the inner thigh. From here we're going to inhale, keep the legs where they are, and we're just going to lift the knees and then come onto the right bum cheek. So your right knee should be at 90 degrees, and your left knee at 90 degrees behind. We're turning the torso so it comes directly over the right knee. And then we're going to inhale, lengthen the torso, and as you exhale, you're folding over so that the knee and the thigh runs down the centre of the breastbone. And again, you should now feel the stretch on the right side in the right glute. You're going to inhale, and as you exhale, let that torso drape over. Nice deep breaths. Try and relax the glute. You might want to put your forehead on your fists, but just let that torso come as close to the knee as you can. We're going to inhale, come up, keep your feet where they are. Coming back, we're now going to bring the feet together. Soles of your feet touching, taking hold of your feet or your ankles, and we're going to open the knees. So you're sat on your sit bones. We're nice and even. We're taking hold of the feet or the ankles or the shins. We're going to roll the shoulders back, and we're going to just do a few butterfly stretches. So we're going to try and relax the knees, relax the hips. We're going to inhale, and as we inhale, you squeeze your bum and it opens your knees up. And then as you exhale, you're going to release. So you're really trying to squeeze your bum cheeks. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. And then we're going to inhale, lift the chest, and then as you exhale, you're going to fold the torso. So it's just an exercise to open up the hips. You can butterfly your knees if you want to, just give them a little flap. But let the spine curve, let the head come down. Pull that belly button in so you're rounding out through the lower back as much as possible. Bring the knees together and just fold forward, letting the knees squeeze into your chest, forehead down. We're going to come round back onto all fours. We're going to come into downward facing dog, and we're going to come straight with the straight legs, and we're going to bring it into a twisted dog. So press the mat away, inhale, and as you exhale, we're going to lift up. We're going to bring the feet a little bit wider, so just wider than you normally would in downward facing dog. We're pressing the chest through, the thighs lifted and squeeze, dropping the heels down, pressing that chest through towards your thighs. Just taking a few deep breaths. Bring your hands a little bit closer together so you're almost got that triangle. And then we're going to take the left hand through and take hold of the right shin. And we're going to twist up and look under the armpit. So it does put a lot of pressure through the right hand. If you're struggling with this, you can come to your knees, walk the hand out in front and twist under. You'll still get the twist through the spine, but you won't be putting as much pressure on that right wrist. We're going to inhale, come to centre, drop the heels. And then inhale, take the right hand under, twisting through, looking up. Again, you can come to your knees and do it that way. I don't want anyone to fall on their heads. Exhale, coming back to centre. Drop the heels, and then we're slowly going to just walk the feet in, trying to keep the legs as straight as possible. Plant the feet down and walk the fingertips out. So we're lengthening the spine. If you need to, you can soften the knees. We're reaching as far forward as we can. And then we're going to walk the fingers in and just let that torso relax. Take hold of the elbows, soften the knees, and just rest there, releasing tension in the lower back, letting that head hang. Okay, taking the fingertips back out. Straighten the legs if you can and come to a halfway lift. Walk the fingertips out and then let the head come through as though you're doing a downward dog. We're right on the fingertips. If you need to, soften the knees, don't force anything through those hamstrings. And we're going to walk the hands over to the right, trying to keep the hips level, knees pointing forward. You can take hold of the shin and twist up if you want to, or you can just stay with the fingertips on the floor. We're going to walk them back to centre, reaching out nice and long, and then inhale, walk them over to the left, keeping the hips pointing forwards, or taking the right hand to the right shin and twisting up. Releasing down, softening the knees, taking hold of the elbows, coming into your ragdoll pose. We're going to release the hands and slowly roll up. When you get to a position as you roll where that spine is really curved and you feel release through the lower back, you're just going to hold there. Really pull the belly button in tight, so we're trying to really round out the lower back. And then slowly roll all the way up. We're going to just give the hips a little bit of a shake. Coming into your mountain pose, we're going to ground through the feet, squeeze your thighs, squeeze your bum, roll the shoulders back. We're going to inhale, reach high, and then exhale, folding forwards, fingertips down, softening the knees, letting that torso drape. We're then going to halfway lift, so as you inhale, you straighten the legs, flatten the spine. And then as you exhale, bring the hands down, step the feet back into a high plank. As you inhale, you're going to bring the knees, chest and chin down as you exhale. And then we're going to come elbows under into a Sphinx pose. So we're going to let the torso sink towards the mat, elbows directly under your shoulders, roll the shoulders back, and then just try and relax the bum, relax the legs, lengthen the neck. Nice deep breaths. On each exhale, you're trying to let the pelvis come closer to the mat. Lifting the chest, rolling the shoulders back. We're going to inhale, take the elbows out, bringing the forehead down, and just rock the hips from side to side. Just resting there with the forehead on the mat, relaxing the bum. We're going to lift up twist yourself round. We're going to come onto the bum and you're going to roll yourself back, bringing the knees in, coming back to that knees to chest and just rock from side to side. We're going to drop the right foot down and plant the foot on the floor. The left ankle we're going to put on that knee and we're going to push the left knee away. And we're going to combine this into a twist. So we're going to inhale, and as you exhale you're going to drop the left foot to the floor and reach over and look over the left hand. So if you can, with your right hand, you're still pushing that knee away. You should really feel it in this hip joint on the left side. You can take both hands over if you want to. And bring that foot back up. We're going to inhale, reach through, taking hold of the shin or the back of the thigh. And then as you exhale, let the head come back onto the mat and you'll really feel a stretch in the left glute, maybe up into your lower back, maybe in your inner thigh, maybe in your hip flexor. Just allowing that upper body to relax. Breathing deeply, trying to relax the thigh. Try not to squeeze the quad. We're going to release the right foot down. Straighten out the left leg. Flex the toe, taking hold of the back of the thigh or the back of the calf. And just stretching out the hamstring, rotating the ankle, and then bring that knee in. Bring both knees in and rock gently from side to side. And then we're going to bring the left foot down, plant it on the floor. The right ankle comes to the left knee and you're going to push that knee away with the right hand. We're going to come into that twist. So bring the left hand to the knee, the right hand goes out to the side. We're going to inhale. And as we exhale, we're dropping the foot over to the left and looking over the right shoulder. So you should really feel it in this right hip. We're going to inhale, bring that back up. Inhale, reach through, taking hold of the thigh or the front of the shin, and as you exhale, laying yourself back, letting the right knee come out, relaxing that torso and trying to relax the glute and the inner thigh. Releasing the left leg down, the right leg comes up, straighten out the leg, taking the back of the thigh or the calf, flexing the toes towards you, give the ankle a little bit of a rotate. And then bring that knee in to hook, both knees in, rock gently from side to side. You can bring the knees a little bit wider and you can take the arms around the backs of the knees, coming into happy baby, and just rock around. Really good for massaging out the lower back. You look ridiculous, but is nice, it does help. And then we're going to bring the knees back in. We're going to roll over onto the right side, coming into the fetal position, and just rest there for a few breaths. Just relaxing the muscles. And then when you're ready, slowly sit yourself up. Coming into a seated position. Taking a few breaths. Relaxing the shoulders down, lengthening through the neck. And then hands to prayer, namaste. Thank you for joining me. I hope it helped. I hope your lower back feels stretched. I hope your hip flexors and your glutes feel stretched. Thank you everyone that joined me. Have a great evening. I am back on Wednesday at 12 noon, so it would be great if you could join me. If you can't, you know how to catch up. There are lots and lots and lots of lots and lots of videos for you to do. Thank you ever so much, Tim. I hope you enjoyed your first live one. Liz, I really hope that helped you. Really be good for you to stretch out. Thank you ever so much, everyone. It's so great having everyone here. Suzanne's here as well, which is fantastic. So thank you. I will see you all on Wednesday. Have a great couple of days. Namaste. Take care. See you soon.